Hey, Craig Flaherty here with Penny Realty. If you own rental property in California, listen up. This video could save you thousands. Because here's the truth. California doesn't just have landlord laws, it has landlord landmines. You step on one of these landmines by accident, boom, you're gonna be looking at fines, penalties, or a free rent nightmare. So don't worry, I got you covered. Today we're gonna walk through 4 key California laws every landlord must know. So these are the ones that are gonna protect your wallet, your property, and your peace of mind. So let's dive right in. So law number 1, eviction laws in California. So evictions here in California, especially San Diego, they're not simple. You can't just say, hey tenant, you're out, and go change the locks. That's a great way to meet a judge, and not really in the way you want to meet a judge. Okay, you must have what's called just cause, just cause. That means the tenant didn't pay rent, or they broke the lease, or they damaged the property, or you have a legal no-fault reason, like you want to move a family member into the house. Okay, even then, the notice period has to be exact. If you send a 3-day notice to vacate, when you should have sent a 30-day notice, the case gets tossed out immediately, and your tenants can have another couple free months of rent. All right, so one sort of a landlord, he lost 2 months of rent because he had to start all over because he had a date typo. Okay? It's really strict. So the lesson is, if you ever need to evict, do it by the book, or better yet, hire somebody who already knows the book by heart. All right, let's talk about law number 2. This is all about security deposit rules. Yeah, the famous security deposit. It's really supposed to protect the landlord, but in California, this can turn on you real fast in favor of the tenant. So here's the deal. You can charge up to 2 months rent for an unfurnished unit for security deposit, or 3 months rent if it's furnished. So when the tenant moves out, it's real strict here. You got 21 days. 21 days, that's it, to return the deposit or send an itemized deduction list with your receipts. So if you're below that deadline, the tenant can come after you for double the amount, right? Even if they tore the place up, they get double the amount back. So one landlord I know forgot to include a $200 carpet cleaning receipt. He ended up cutting a check for $2,400. It's one really clean carpet. So you got to document everything, follow that 21-day rule, and keep your paperwork super tight. Okay, here's law number 3. This is all about fair housing laws. It's a biggie, it's tricky, and even experienced landlords get tripped up here. So fair housing laws, it protects people from discrimination. In California, that protection list is quite long. So you can't discriminate based on race, religion, gender, age, disability, sex orientation, family status, or source of income. Even your rental ads, you have to follow the rules. And if you have phrases in your ads like perfect for young professionals, perfect for students, great for families, it sounds friendly, but those can be seen as discriminatory. And then with screening applicants, you got to be consistent. Okay, you can't ask one applicant, hey, do you have kids? And then you forget to ask the next applicant the same question. That's how lawsuits happen. So there's an LA landlord that we're aware of. He denied a tenant using a Section 8 voucher. The result? Thousands in fines. So remember, you got to keep it fair, keep it consistent. If you're in doubt, turn it over to a professional. Law number 4, rent control and lease regulations. Okay, now we're talking about California's favorite topic, rent control. So under the Tenant Protection Act, it's called AB 1482 if you want to know, you can only raise rent by 5% plus the rate of inflation, and it's capped at 10% per year. So even if inflation's running wild, 10% is still your max. If you need to ask a tenant to move out for a no-fault reason, like you're doing major renovations or the owner wants to move in, you're gonna have to pay a relocation assistance equal to 1 month's rent. All right, that's right. Even if your tenant didn't do anything wrong, you could be paying them to leave. So welcome to California, folks. It's not landlord friendly. And remember, some cities like San Diego, LA, San Francisco, they even have stricter rules than this, and they're layered on top of the California laws. So always double check your local ordinances and do it before you make the change. So let's get into final tips and wrap up here. So quick recap. Number 1, evictions. Follow every step precisely. Number 2, security deposits. Return within 21 days or risk paying double. 3, fair housing. Treat everybody equally in words and actions. 4, rent control. It's 5% plus inflation capped at 10%. Now I know all this can sound overwhelming, but here's the good news. You don't have to do it alone. At Penny Realty, we've been managing rental properties here in San Diego since 1965. We know the laws inside and out. We got pros here. Our job is to keep you compliant, profitable, stress-free. So if you'd rather spend your weekends at the beach than in the law library, give us a call. Thanks for watching. Remember, California real estate, knowledge isn't just power, it's protection. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. All your tenants pay rent on time.